Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary series. Okay, so a third turn retreat to Hagra, and a Jadi offshoot. So he's going to be gaining a lot of life. You know what would be interesting is if this is a crossover between the Retreat to Hagra Ramp and the Eldrazi Ramp deck, because theoretically they could work together just fine. A retreat to Kazandu. So yeah, a lot of life. Drana's Emissary though, very good card. I've talked about that before. 3 mana cost 2/2 flyer, not a bad thing. And then her ability, if you can't block her, effectively means that she's dealing 3 damage every single turn. Necrana Assassin. Death Touch. Whenever you gain life, he gains Death Touch. So, black and white allies. Versus a retreat deck. Explosive Vegetation? And all the triggers. "29 life. But that is one of the things about the Retreat to Hagra deck that I don't really like. Excuse me, I had to yawn. One of the thing that I don't like about it is the fact that a lot of these Retreat to Hagra decks don't do anything except gain life and poke with the Retreat to Hagra. They don't have any other plan. They don't have a plan B. Read the bones? I mean, a lot of the time, yeah, gaining, 10 plus life in a turn, which they can do easily because of things like Nissa's Renewal, or, playing a land and then activating Blighted Woodland, things like that. Very, very easy for them to be able to gain 10 life in a turn, which makes them difficult to kill. No question about it. But when, for example, your opponent is playing a black and white allies deck, if, for example, he just keeps playing more and more allies and you don't have a way of dealing with them, it doesn't matter that you're gaining 10 life a turn when he's going to be dealing 10 damage a turn and then more. But at the same time, he is running black, so it should be a simple enough thing to put Languish in this deck. Or Ruinous Path. Or, let's see, Ultimate Price would be another good one. And this is Renewal. Alright, he's at 19 life. I'm not going to bother doing the math because this is going to be a big number. he almost gained 20 life right there. That was a 19 life gain off of a single spell. That is ridiculous. Oh, and here's another land, so let's top that off to 22, no, 23 life gained in a single turn. So he uses the counter on Drana's Emissary, which I agree with. Since she's a flyer, she's going to get through regardless. And Lantern Scout gives all of his creatures a lifelink until the end of turn, so he's going to gain a bunch of life. And that is a lot of triggers that are going to do nothing. Okay, so we finally worked our way through all of those triggers. And as you can see, nothing happened. Reclaim to, oh god, bring back Nissus Renewal. He can Nissus Renewal and activate Blighted Woodland this turn if he wanted to. Ooh, Crux of Fate! So he does have a defense plan. That art is really cool looking. 3 mana? So it's down a Jotty Offshoot. And probably nothing else. So, Drana, Liberator of Malakir. She's a really good card on her own, but it's really unfortunate that the Crux of Fate happened. She would be quite pleased to be leading a charge with an army like that. And this is Renewal. Or Defiant Bloodlord. Okay. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much. This was unexpected. I didn't think that anybody would actually play with that card. But then again, this deck is rather unique. And this guy works quite well. You know, the 7 mana cost is one of the biggest problems with that card, but this deck really doesn't care about mana costs. Mana costs are not a big deal for this deck. And then his ability is ridiculously relevant for this deck. next turn, I think he has lethal with just Niss's Renewal. Oh, and hostilities. Alright. Good for him. He had what he needed to kill that guy because, like I said, Niss's Renewal would have ended the game right then and there. Oh no. A second Defiant Bloodlord, and that's the game. That was really lucky. Hmm. Let's do game 2. Hopefully this video doesn't run too long. Or not. He concedes the match. Never mind. I guess we're going with it. That was a green and black retreat to Hagra deck against black and white allies. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button